Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I'm doing a gift request today. John Denver's The Wings That Fly Us Home, and it was requested via a gift by Farm Daddy, aka Robert. So first, shout out to you, Robert. Thank you very much for this. And Robert is dedicating this song to his sister who passed away last week after 3 bouts of cancer. So I'm so sorry on your loss. I've got 2 sisters, and sometimes I ponder what it's going to be like if one of them goes first, or what it'll be like for them if I go first, but that's just the nature of the beast. I don't dwell on this, but I do wonder what it would be like in any of those scenarios. But I know you said that you were close with your sister, so I'm very happy about that, and equally sad for your loss, Robert. But I'm going to listen to the song, The Wings That Fly Us Home. I don't know the song. Here we go.
There's a very rare occasion that I sit down with someone and have a conversation, and it turns out that they write a song for me about that conversation. And one of those people is here tonight. He's a man who is a poet. He's a cowboy. He is writing a book that if he ever finishes, I'm sure it will win a Pulitzer Prize. It's over 1,000 pages now, and I don't think it's going to be finished in my lifetime, but Joe Henry he and I have written a lot of songs together. Quite often we'll sit and have a conversation about something going on in the world, or something that we perceive, something that we feel. And this has happened on more than one occasion when Joe has been in my home. And then the next morning, after I've gone to bed, I'll get up to find that he's long since departed, but there's a piece of paper on the kitchen table, and it'll be a poem about what we were discussing the night before. And I'll sit down with my guitar, and pretty soon there's music there. Joe exemplifies, epitomizes for me in all of his writing what he calls the spirit of man. This is a song about that.
I love this.
Called The Wings That Fly Us Home. There are many ways of being in the circle we call life. A wise man seeks an answer, burns his candle through the night.
Sometimes they seek questions.
Is a jewel just a pebble that found a way to shine? Is a hero's blood more righteous than a hobo's sip of wine? Did I speak to you one morning on some distant world away? Did you save me from an arrow? Did you lay me in my grave? Were we brothers on a journey? Did you teach me how to run? Were we broken by the waters? Did I lie you the sun? I dreamed you were a prophet in a meadow. I dreamed I was a mountain in the winds. I dreamed you knelt and touched me with a flower. I awoke with this, a flower in my hand. I know that love is seeing all the infinite in one.
Yeah, that's good.
In the brotherhood of creatures, who the Father, who the Son. The vision of your goodness will sustain me through the cold. Take my hand now to remember when you find yourself alone. You're never alone, for the Spirit fills the darkness of the heavens. It fills the endless yearning of the soul. It lives within a star too far to dream of. It lives within each part and is the whole. And it's the fire and the wings that fly us home. Fly us home. Fly us
You know, when I was growing up, I didn't appreciate John as much as I do now. And this here was maybe my favorite John Denver sighting, if you will. Watching, first hearing the explanation of how the song came to be. As a writer myself, I'm always intrigued to hear other people's accounts of how things came to be. You see it when I react to the videos. I'm always like, there was a time in which there was nothing on the page, and then a word and sentences and thoughts appeared there. Sometimes you can identify what the germ of the idea was around which the rest of the song was fleshed out. But I love hearing John's account of his friend and this. There was substance that they spoke about the night before. Some folks, I'm not real good at small talk. I can do it for very small periods of time, but my brain just likes to go to deeper, more meaningful aspects of life. And I'm listening to this song, which is based on a conversation he and his buddy had the night before. And I'm like, oh, they talk about deep, substantive things. And I mean, I love that. I mean, I like my breaks too. I go to sports events where I lose my mind, and you know, that's what it is to be a sports fan. But it's so poignant to hear different perspectives on this life, how hard it is, but what's in man, the spirit of man, as it's called, or you know, it's an indefinable quality. That's why we use that word spirit. It, by definition, essentially means that which we can't circumscribe. We can't pen it in. And he said that's love. Love is that very thing. Yeah, I mean, we all have our own accounts of life. We try to make sense of it. We can't connect all the dots. We don't know what it all means. We have beliefs about where we may be going. Different religions have different ideas. Different people have different ideas within those religions. There's no monolithic group. Each of us is an individual, and there's commonality among us, but the spirit of man, who can explain it? We want to know what's coming, and we don't. We have belief, we have faith. Some of us don't, which is fine too. Some of us think this is it. This is all we get. There's a certain peacefulness in that too. There's a certain peacefulness and hopefulness, obviously, about an afterlife. But I'm not rating that one for him, Daddy. That was just beautiful, the way John sang that. In the end, he repeated the line 3 times, and he got more powerful each time he sang it. And he really invested himself in this song, maybe in honor of his friend who was in the audience, but also because he evidently just loved the song. So there you go. And I did too. So that was beautiful. I'm sorry again for your loss, Robert, but yeah, we will see you around the channel more as days and time marches on and your healing progresses and all that. So there you go, folks. You can leave your comments and gratitude and maybe even condolences, whatever you want to do for Robert. We each handle these things in our own way. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.